Here we are, once again, leaving beautiful Puget Sound, Washington, embarking on our next journey. From Seattle, Washington, we will be heading east, flying up into Canada, across the Atlantic Ocean, and into London to catch a connection flight that'll take us right into the northern part of Ireland. Good morning, everybody. It is April 2023, and I am in Northern Ireland. We are just west of Belfast, and I'm staying with the Aqua Adventurer, and today we're gonna go do some scuba diving. And yet again, I've been found out because it's my birthday. So him and his darling children surprised me with some gifts. It is a beautiful day out. The sun is shining. The fish are just waking up. I'll show you the fish later when we get back. Let's get in the water and go diving. While here in Northern Ireland, we're going to be diving with the dive shop Aquaholics, where they have two boats. We'll be getting on a catamaran down in Ballycastle in Northern Ireland, and we'll be cruising across the waters to Rathlin Island, where we'll be diving on some rock walls, and then the second dive we will be hitting a shipwreck. The middle part of Rathlin Island on the south end, it looks beautiful. All these cliffs and steep hills that go right down to the water. We're gonna drop down right here on our descent and follow this kelp to the deep parts of this dive site. As we descend down, we immediately see all of this sugar kelp, oarweed, and carrageen. At the base of a kelp, I see a sea urchin. These are the first ones I've encountered in Northern Ireland. This one is kind of a pinkish color, but they can also be found in red, green, or yellow. They are called edible sea urchins. This crab is called edible crab. It is a larger crab, brown in color, with black tips on the end of its pinching claws. I was unable to identify this one. If you know what this one is, leave a comment below. I don't know exactly which kind of starfish this is, but this is a type of a cushion star. These are called spiny starfish. If a starfish loses its arm, it can grow it back. This starfish has 3 arms that are much smaller. I suspect it lost them at some point and it's growing them back. This very tiny starfish is a Bloody Henry star. So Lee and I are gonna start heading back to get back on the boat, and we're gonna go do our second dive after a little surface interval at Rathlin Island. Richard, what's this island called?
Rathlin Island.
Rathlin Island, and what is it known for?
Surface wrecks, soft corals, sponges. Fantastic island.
Oh, thank you. And then you guys got a pub right there and probably a shop in town?
Yeah. just over the hill.
Nice. We just got done with, we went below the kelp forest down to about 68 feet in depth where the kelp stopped and we were on the rocks. And we got a little bit of a drift, a real calm drift. A lot of different starfish, some sea urchins, some crab. Didn't see any nudibranch. I did see some eggs, and I think it was a snail. I think there were snail eggs, a couple of spirals of snail eggs. So other than that, we're just changing out our tanks, doing our surface interval, and then we're gonna go do a wreck. This next dive is going to be on a World War I shipwreck. This shipwreck is called the HMS Drake. It was an armored cruiser of the Royal Navy, the first of a class of 4. The construction of the Drake began in 1899. It was then launched in 1901 and it was commissioned in March of 1905. Once commissioned, it traveled extensively and took part in ceremonial duties, hosting among others the Queen of Spain, Portugal, and Greece. By 1913, she was considered almost obsolete and placed on reserve. With the outbreak of World War I, the Drake was put onto active duty again and given the role of escort. Among the ships she escorted was the Olympic, sister ship to the Titanic. On April 2nd of 1917, the HMS Drake, under the command of Captain Ratcliffe, had just completed a mission of escorting a convoy HH-24 that was coming from America. At around 9 in the morning, she was torpedoed by a German U-boat U-79, which had been laying mines in the vicinity of Rathlin Island. The torpedo hit the second boiler room, which flooded immediately and killed everyone in it except for 2 sailors. The ship was still capable of sailing, though the torpedo attack had damaged the steering gear. Captain Ratcliffe hoped to sail her to Belfast, Lou, for repairs, but realizing that this was not possible, decided to sail to the nearby church bay of Rathlin Island. On her way there, she collided with the cargo ship Mendip Range. The Mendip Range was badly damaged and run aground near Ballycastle, but the Drake managed to limp to the church bay. Radcliffe was hoping to save her by landing her on the beach. However, the degree of the listing became critical and she had to be abandoned. Everybody who survived the initial attack was ferried safely to land. She capsized a few hundred meters from shore in the depth about 18 meters deep. The total deaths from the attack was 19. In 1962, the trawler Ella Hewitt, on her way to Rathlin to leave a crewman who had been taken ill, hit the remains of the Drake and was badly damaged and sunk, fortunately with no loss of life on that wreck. In the 1970s, both the Drake and Ella Hewitt were rigged with explosive charges to prevent any other ships from hitting her and sinking. They blew both ships apart, scattering the pieces on the bottom of the ocean. Located right here is one of the HMS Drake's barrels from one of her guns. Now, don't let the visibility today fool you. This is just an off day. Typically, the visibility here is much better. We hope you enjoyed today's video of scuba diving, Rathlin Island, and the World War I wreck HMS Drake, located in Northern Ireland. I want to give a special thanks to the dive shop Aquaholics for taking us on their boat to dive these 2 locations. I also want to give special thanks to YouTuber The Aqua Adventurer. His name is Lee, and he's been such a great host taking me on these adventures. Check out his channel. The link is in the description below. Show him some support. Check out his videos and subscribe to his channel. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for your support. Don't forget to click like, share, be subscribed to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, leave a comment. I really appreciate your support. We will see you on the next episode. Check out these koi fish. These are in a koi tank at the Aqua Adventurers place. Take care.